The bracket is brought to you by Omega Accounting Solutions. Attention to small business owners. You may be eligible to receive up to $26,000 per employee through the Employee Retention Credit. Omega Accounting Solutions can help you recover payroll tax overpayments and determine if you're eligible to receive up to $26,000 per employee. All it takes is a quick, easy, and free 10-minute consultation to determine if you qualify. Omega is the small business champion with teams dedicated to maximizing tax credits. CPAs even turn to Omega for ERC guidance. So take advantage of this exclusive small business tax credit now. The 3-year sunset deadline for filing begins to close on March 31st, 2023. So learn if you qualify today. Call 800-300-9-ERC. That's 800-300-9-ERC. 800-300-9-ERC or visit OmegaTaxCredits.com now. Welcome to the bracket, episode 56. Today we are doing the worst things about the holidays. It's going to be a big debate, I'm sure. No KB who's out sick. What was this issue?
Sick.
Yeah, but there's micro definition. Was he pooping?
No, he wasn't pooping. It was I don't know. I think he tummy ache.
Tummy ache something. Yeah. Okay. Francis is also doing the rundown as we speak. So we have subs of Grace O'Malley, first time in.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Fighting this weekend.
Yeah.
It's Friday. Did you say that's the weekend?
Yeah.
Yeah. TGIF.
I never knew.
Exactly. It's part of it.
Like 3 days.
We also have Big T on to defend Christmas.
Apparently it needs defending.
You might. You never know. And then we also
Steven
have
already said something outrageous.
Outrageous.
we can get the you're not going to like it when you hear an audience member who I'm sure is a great defender of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. All right, first matchup of the day. It's number 12 versus the number 5. Number 5 comes from Steven, actually, but I think you had a 2, Tommy, on your list as well. Christmas music.
Until you say it. No. I did not have that on.
Oh,
I
it's on
like
Tommy's
Christmas
list.
music.
Things that we don't like, right?
Things we don't like about
like
the
Christmas.
holiday season.
I've never listened to Christmas music through headphones ever in my life.
That's true.
Oh, I have. Justin Bieber Mistletoe album.
This is
Woo-wee.
Kenny G. We were talking about him earlier. The best Christmas album of all time. I'm telling you, you'll get the tingles.
There's a J. Cole Christmas song that's also very good.
J. Cole has a...
It's a good ass song.
Is it sexual?
It's a little sexual. Like, I think you couldn't interpret any song as sexual, but definitely that one.
Christmas with my penis in your vagina.
It sounds like a good Christmas.
That's the J. Cole song, right?
Sounds very similar.
A family
Okay.
favorite in my house.
Yeah.
I won't...
Christmas
I
with my
can't do
penis.
any... I don't do anything sexual on Christmas. I've never beat off on Christmas.
Never beat off on
Never.
Christmas.
Either, yeah.
Not even when your grandma walks in, you're like, I gotta go to the bathroom.
No, not at all.
Oh.
No, and I've never gotten pussy on Christmas.
Not a once.
Asked. But,
We'll see.
Hey, sir, can I have some
crumb.
pussy on this Christmas night?
I guess we can call.
wait a minute. Can you bring up the J. Cole Christmas song again? Just act like you didn't say it yet.
J. Cole actually has a really good Christmas
Cole on Christmas. Were you bad or something, dude?
song. Damn, that should have been
Yeah,
the
let's
punch
keep
for his
going.
album.
That's good.
Shit. I think we could maybe more qualify it like Christmas music towards the end half of past the Ides of December. If that makes sense. Because like the
Be
first half,
normal.
I don't really care. But like,
Past when?
the 15th.
I don't like Christmas music. Like, I know TJ loves Christmas music, but like, some people start listening to it like before Thanksgiving.
That's December. I think obviously is the mark.
First time you hear "All I Want for Christmas Is You" at a bar in like Christmas season, it's magical.
It is a great
It's
time.
magical.
Yes.
I agree with that. Christmas music is going up against the number 12 seed. A lot of people replied on Twitter with this hangovers. I do think to a degree, like if you get a hangover during holiday season, you also probably overate, and like overeating hangovers are way worse than just regular beer and liquor hangovers, in my opinion, because you feel like you've expanded so much more, and I feel like I just can't move after that. But we'll start with you, Tommy. Which one do you think is worse? Hangovers during the holiday season or Christmas music?
I mean, I hate this matchup because I like Christmas music and I don't really get. I don't know. I feel like hangovers. I don't think of hangovers as Christmas season specific. Holiday season specific.
Congrats on having a healthy family.
It's
Very cool. Must be.
Or his family's such alcoholics that he is.
Right, we're
Right,
immune
right.
to
Yeah.
hangovers.
Right, yeah.
I guess I'll go hangover. I like Christmas music. I think it's good. It's 1 month a year. I don't mind listening to it. It gets me in the spirit, so I'll go hangover.
There are 3 Christmas songs I think are awful. There's the Wings one. Do you know what I'm talking? Wonderful Christmas Time.
Oh, I love that one. That's from the Rudolph animated movie.
No.
Yes.
The Wings one is definitely not
With Paul McCartney?
Wait.
Paul McCartney. and the Wings.
Simply having.
It's like the
a
goofy
wonderful
synth version.
Christmas time. Oh,
Pick
I'm
that
talking
up
about
from when we all sang it.
Paul, well, he's saying no.
Well, no, it's the Paul McCartney
Paul
version. It's
McCartney.
like
Yeah.
synthy and shit.
I like the Paul McCartney.
It's better than the John Lennon "Merry Christmas."
That
the war
one
is over.
is also on the
Oh,
list.
yeah.
The John Lennon Christmas song, and then I think lastly, Christmas Shoe is obviously the worst.
Oh,
So she's the
the
worst
mom's
Christmas.
dying.
I
The sadder you can make a Christmas
Mom's
song.
dying?
She's dying. He wants to get her new shoes because she's dying on
Oh
Christmas
yeah, I hate
Eve.
that
Yeah.
and Mama meets Jesus
Tonight.
tonight.
First
There's
of
a
all,
new
dumb
one.
kid, be with your dying.
Yeah,
mom.
be with your
Yeah.
dying mom.
Here, I got you these shoes.
Yeah.
There's a new one that's similar that's really good. Family Tree by Brandon Davis. Great, very
What's it,
sad.
what's it about?
Oh, kid's dying.
Kids dying?
Oh yeah, no, he's dying.
What's it called again?
It's about a dying kid.
Wait, I might have the wrong. One More Christmas Eve. I had the wrong Brandon.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
it sounds like it's
I had the wrong Brandon Davis. song.
family tree.
One More Christmas Eve. Is
I
what
like
it's
this
called.
song.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
it.
Carol.
I don't understand why people intentionally make themselves sad.
Oh no.
It makes
Oh,
you
I love
appreciate
a
the
good
good things
spiral.
you have.
This is an
Christmas.
incredible second stanza to this song. Now Christmas only came 5 times in his life. His chemo stole his smile away
Jesus.
and the joy from his eyes. His mama would pray to God, reach down your healing hand. My husband's fighting overseas and I can't lose my little man.
He's over. Oh, this has
and
everything.
he-
Oh,
Big T just
snapped.
And he
That's
asked
everything.
Santa to live for one more Christmas Eve.
That's a hallmark.
Well,
Wow.
Sam,
That's
real, buddy.
horrible.
And what a military to not send the dad home at Christmas with a dying child.
A child dying of cancer.
I didn't
This
know
can't
what
be in
that meant.
America.
I
This
didn't
must
Great
not be
song. It makes you
Realize.
appreciate the good things you have
Truly.
at Christmas.
It gets worse the more I read. There's going to have to hold the section to that later.
That guy wrote that song intentionally to fuck that guy.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
Brandon Davis, great musician.
Was it a personal
Bad person.
song that he wrote from his personal?
No, he
experience?
made up
No
this
idea.
thing. There's no way.
He just made up the saddest family of all time.
So you're going with Hangovers, Grace?
Hangovers.
Hangovers, bad experiences?
Hangovers are bad in general, but I think the holidays are the best time to have it because you don't really have anything else to do.
Well, also hungover with your family.
Yeah.
Like, so how are things going?
My mom always guilts me. Oh, you okay? You still don't know your limit? 30 years old, you don't know your limit yet? I'm gonna go Christmas music though. It gets old. It's only enjoyable when there's a bunch of other things going on at the same time. So, there's a song I think out now about a boy dying of cancer,
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard about that.
and it's just a blatant money grab.
His
That's
dad
right.
might be
You,
in
you,
military,
of
too.
all people, you're falling for this?
Well, I love all different kinds of Christmas music, but that song we were talking about sad ones. It's a great song.
All right.
You should be like, man, like I'm really appreciative this Christmas season that these things aren't happening to me.
That's your karaoke song, isn't it? That's your big.
Oh, that'll be so funny.
He's like, Big T, what are you doing with that bald cap? Stephen Cheah.
Hate Christmas music.
That checks out.
I'm kind of shocked by that.
I have had a different perspective on Christmas since having kids. It's nice to see them get excited and stuff like that. My son loves like holiday decorations. There's a street in our town.
But then when my 5-year-old started getting sick, things changed.
Yeah.
Steve got sent overseas to
I got
Iran.
deployed, yeah.
But yeah, Christmas music, we listened to it a lot growing up. My mom would put it on like kind of as like background noise, and it was always the same couple songs. They all sucked, and I would have to listen to them for like 6 weeks. So, in turn, I hate Christmas music. Like Baby It's Cold Outside, isn't that about like the R word? Like, forget it. Like,
No, it's
Our
about
word.
couples
What?
having some drinks and getting frisky, okay?
Oh, I thought you meant
Oh, I
like
thought you
mentally
meant-
challenged.
Like, just say it.
I'm talking about like face down in a marsh.
Oh,
Oh,
I thought
Great
you were.
Christ.
Yeah.
That R word.
Yeah.
Just-
I was,
One of those
I was
two
trying to think of
parties?
how you convinced Baby It's Cold Outside to be about like a mental
I
deficiency.
really can't stay.
Oh, it's not. It's
Dana,
hot.
it's
Are
cold
you-
out.
It's hot out, dude.
Yeah.
Are you dumb?
Oh my God. Okay, so we're tied up. Big T.
I mean, this is ridiculous. One of these things sucks, and one is awesome.
One's
So-
not unique
So you're
to the
going-
holiday season, though.
Christmas music.
Oh yeah, I don't care. I mean, Christmas music is good, so why would you pick that as something that
You know what? I hate getting hit by a car during the holidays.
I didn't pick these, dude. I don't know why you're mad at me. Get mad at him.
Also, don't get hangovers, no? Or don't drink. I forget which.
I drink. I've never gotten drunk enough that I've.
You got a hangover.
Got a hangover.
You might change your tune after that,
Oh.
but I mean, at this case, you're voting for hangover.
No, that would strengthen my position.
So you're going with hangover.
Yeah.
Another for hangover. You could send it home or tie it up. Kate.
I fucking love Christmas music. And I grew up listening to like Dr. Demento. It's like the
Oh, yeah.
early Weird Al
Weird Al
shit.
shit,
The
yeah.
Chipmunks, Cheech and Chong Christmas. Like my dad always had the funny Christmas albums that when I was a kid I thought were hilarious. And now I constantly have the Yule log playing on my TV with the Christmas music so that my son thinks the TV's on, but it's not, but we're listening to it constantly. And then as for Christmas hangovers, we had like a big cousins party one Christmas, and the dog at my cousin's house ate an entire thing of Kraft singles wrapped in plastic and like almost died and had to go to the vet. Jesus. And then I was so hungover. We had to go to a family party at my grandmom's the next day, like huge family, ton of cousins. And there was a cheesesteak and orange juice in the fridge, and I like needed to get something in my stomach. I ended up throwing cheesesteak orange juice up in my mom's brand new car, like all over it. And she was like, "There's Christmas. You ruined." I like ruined Christmas. Hangovers, hands down. Sorry, those are 2 long things, but
no, that's
visceral feelings for both.
Getting hit with "you ruined Christmas"
is a toughie. Yeah, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good.
Have you gotten it too?
I feel like I might have.
I've gotten it. I feel like several times.
I'd rather get that than throw up orange juice. That is the worst thing to throw up.
Really bad. Yeah. I think the most boomer thing about me is I love the song 12 Pains of Christmas. I think this is a song you'd like.
Man.
It's 12 whatever Christmas, but it's like about things you hate about Christmas.
I don't have a clue.
Be like a Tommy, did you ever hear this? Because maybe it was a Long Island thing. The 12 Pains of Christmas.
No.
Never.
12 Pains of Christmas.
Yeah. Never once.
No.
There's a listener right now that knows what I'm talking about. You fucking ass.
You seem really mad that I haven't heard of it.
Are you talking about the Christmas elves?
No.
The Swedish Christmas
Yule
elves?
lads? Are you talking about the
Yule lads?
Yule
That's
lads.
Iceland. That's a different
jabber.
Okay, so Hangover is going to advance. Next, we have the number 4 seed. You two definitely both had this. Getting Fat versus Last Minute Shopping. Last Minute Shopping, I low seeded just because like I do that, so it sucks for me personally. But not everyone does that, so it's like you can't put it too high of a seed. We'll start with you, Kate. Last Minute Shopping versus Getting Fat after the holidays.
I don't mind either of those things at all.
Yeah.
I will eat 1,000 Christmas cookies and just not give a fuck. I've always been, what is it called, where you've got no muscle tone? My son likes to go, "Squishy mama," and he just pokes me, and I'm just like loose and gross. So yeah, no.
You're loose.
Yeah. No, that was. Don't clip that out of context.
Too late. Gooch is on. Right.
Yeah. Anyway, if I had to pick, I guess, because I even like if I have time to myself, last minute Christmas shopping. There's like a vibe. There's like a chaos in the air that's kind of Christmassy that I like. I guess that one then.
Last minute shopping.
Yeah. I don't know.
Last minute shopping, Big T.
I hate shopping in stores, period. I can't buy something at a physical location anymore.
I can't.
I can't.
I get dizzy in stores.
I'm all about brick and mortar stores, dude. It feels great, guys.
No, I want it sent to my front door. So shopping.
Last minute shopping. Jay?
What was last minute shopping against?
Last minute shopping versus Getting Fat.
Getting Fat sucks. So yeah, because then it's the new year. Everyone makes up a fake New Year's resolution they stick to for like 6 days. No, Getting Fat.
So this is like your segue into the boomer meme about hating the 1st of January because everyone going to the gym.
No, I don't hate that.
Don't hate that. I think it's a good thing.
Cheah, you're officially on Grinch alert. First of all, not joking, and secondly, the panic I would have if I had to. My Christmas shopping's done already.
Oh, nice.
Thank you, everybody.
Did you get me?
Please. Last minute Christmas shopping. If you're like going 2 days before Christmas, you know you're about to give the most ass gift of all time.
Yeah.
Like I remember I did it in high school once. And do you guys remember the store Things Remembered?
Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
All they would do was engrave stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So like they would sell I got my dad a Zippo that said Will. He doesn't smoke.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that's not his name.
No.
That'd be better.
I got everybody in my family. My little sister, I got her like an engraved box. I don't know. It was the worst because that was like everything's sold out. You're panicked. It's a horrible feeling, and it's like I didn't think about you, my family, until the
last second.
Yeah.
I always used to do that in high school with my babysitting money. I'd get my mom like a thing of like fancy coffee beans from somewhere in the mall. She'd be like, "We don't have a coffee maker that does that." And I'd be like, "Well, sorry."
You know, like when you think of a bad thing you've done in your past right before you fall asleep.
Yeah.
My constant one is I went last minute Christmas shopping in 8th grade with like $40 for my whole family. And I was enamored by the big titted woman that worked at the Dead Sea kiosk.
Yeah. Oh, I remember those.
Yeah.
Rather than getting my dad anything, I got a wire head massager for myself. And so I ended up getting for Christmas my dad a I got him a burnt DVD of Anchorman. I think of that all the time, and that's why that was when I was like, I'm going to start being a gift giver.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fell for the Dead Sea Titties.
Dead Sea Titties will get you.
Last minute shopping. Grace?
I've always been a pudgy kid into a pudgy young adult, so a couple of days of indulging after Christmas. Not worried about getting fat, so I'm gonna go last minute shopping.
Also, winter clothes, it's perfectly fine to.
Yeah, that's true. It does feel better in the winter. Tommy?
Is it just like gift giving in general on here? I hate buying. Like, I'm just not good at buying gifts for people.
It is so. I like agonize over it now with
I
like
never
my
know
god
what to
kids
get.
and stuff. Now that they're teenagers, I'm like, I have no idea what the fuck. Like, I spend weeks trying to research the perfect thing, and then I feel like they open it and they're like, thanks. Fuck, I'm such a loser.
Also, who exactly do you have to give gifts to? Who are you responsible to giving gifts to? What do
Yeah.
you get? In general, I hate gift giving. But as a newly found person who's trying to care about their health and their well-being and just brought some Relight electrolyte mix, I'll say getting fat is the worst.
Getting fat is the worst. Either way, last minute shopping's gonna move on. Next up, we have this is.
You look like the sickest person I've ever seen right now.
Yeah.
It's
Do I
cyborg.
really?
Yes.
You look normal. I think it's okay. A little pale, maybe.
It's like probably the meanest thing you could say to someone.
I was gonna say that's really insulting because I think he just looks.
You look like
Tommy
you
was
pass
saying
away
like
right now.
I don't feel 100%, but
look
But like he
100,
implied that
yeah.
you were
Must
looking
the
0%.
facial hair makes it worse.
I like your facial hair.
it gets
I think your
shaved off
facial hair
tonight.
looks
Well,
good.
by the time people are watching this,
I think you look like Chalamet.
I think he's got
Thank
like
you.
Renaissance
Mr. Timothy?
painting eyes.
Renaissance painting eyes.
You know what I'm saying? You zoom in, the lady with the pearl. I feel
No
like
matter
he's
which
got
way you
those.
look at it, it's looking at you.
Yeah.
Every person that was painted in the Renaissance era was inbred.
Yeah.
Literally.
so not a compliment.
Yeah. Next up, we have a duel of like very similar things. Taking.
Whoa.
What?
It's
This
number
is new
9.
to the show. We're going to fight each other with
This is a
swords.
death. First, we have putting up lights, which includes everything, untangling all that shit, putting it all up outside, inside, whatever. And then it's going up against taking down all the lights, or we'll just say decorations instead of lights. We'll start with you, Tommy.
Oh, taking down 100 times worse. Putting up the lights, I think, is kind of fun. I do it with my dad every year. Day after Thanksgiving, I think it's the acceptable day to put them up. It's fun. You're in the Christmas spirit. You're like, oh, it's new. It's exciting. Take them down is the same amount of work, except you're just miserable about it. Like, there's no excitement. You're just like, oh, now it's January and it's cold and there's nothing to do. So taking down easily.
Taking down. Grace.
If we're talking about strictly putting up lights is a nightmare in my house. My dad's screaming at me. I'm not holding the flashlight right. It's like I can
Isn't that beautiful, though?
I can do no right. But if you're putting up decorations, that's a lovely thing that happens inside the home with my mother.
Mhm.
And it's so much fun. We're looking through memories. So if we're just talking lights, I'm saying putting them up is ass.
Putting them up. I did the outside lights.
Yeah.
Outside lights?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 years ago, maybe 3, my dad pulled up. He has a Jeep. He put a ladder on top of the Jeep and made me go. Fucking icicles. What?
The icicles are the worst.
Yeah,
Oh, I hated those so
I know.
much. Nick, you're up.
it's putting up. Taking down's easy.
Think so?
Just yank them.
Yank 'em.
Yeah,
And that's
we
next
had,
year's
like,
problem.
We had hangers like that
Next
were
year's
drilled
problem.
in. Okay, fair enough.
I live in West Virginia, dude. We just keep them up.
Yeah, you don't take them down.
Whatever.
That's
Yeah, taking them down way easier because it has to be less organized. So taking them down.
Less
Putting
organized.
up lights is the worst.
I just hate the detangling. That's my least favorite
Yeah.
part. Of
I just hate the
all.
manual labor part of it.
I think that's easier than a detangling, at least in my mind, because like it's the reward for the detangling is I can finally put you up. Like that's fine. But the detangling I hate. Big T.
Yeah, putting them up is like you're getting into the Christmas spirit. It's the beginning of the most wonderful time of the year. Taking them down is the beginning of the worst time of year.
Play a football.
Great point.
I'm totally with
Nobody
Big T
cares.
on this. And my dad was always in such a good mood. He had this broomstick that we also used to lower and raise our basketball thing. But he found a Y-shaped twig in the yard and he duct taped it to the end and he would use that to put and he was like, we're going to patent this. This thing is going to be, he was like always in such a good mood. All the neighborhood guys would be out like, we would do that with our stick or like whatever. I fucking loved it. And our yard always looked like trash. It was like all the different colors just wrapped haphazardly around. And I was very into that. So
So
taking them down sucks.
Gonna
Yeah.
go taking him down. Taking him down. Gonna advance. Now we have the number 1 seed versus the Cheah game. We'll do the Cheah game first. Our playing game. First up, the first couple of one of these are actually Chase. Being jealous of Hanukkah people for getting more gifts than you. Hanukkah people just feels like a ruder way of saying Jewish people.
Yeah.
Wonder who submitted that one.
It was you.
The Hanukkah people.
Hanukkah people.
Oh, he's a
You're a
Hanukkah
nightmare.
person.
Hanukkah people.
8 days.
Being obligated to get people gifts. Another Cheah one. Christmas carolers, which that's a thing still.
Yeah.
I haven't.
I thought that's the only thing on TV shows.
Oh,
we
get
never had that.
I've never
ever.
once seen that.
Never
anywhere.
had
Not
it.
at my house, not at a friend's house.
I've gone caroling.
I've gone caroling. Our church group, our like Life Teen church group, and I was.
I never want to raise a child in the New York City area. You guys are devoid of so much
Yeah.
purity.
What do
I-
you do? You knock on someone's
I've had
door and you
carolers in my house,
legit
like, every year,
sing
pretty
in
much.
front of them?
Yeah.
It sucks.
Oh, that does sound
My
odd.
town Facebook page right now is trying to get one whipped up. Maybe I'll join. I might.
That would be
On
awesome.
my own terms this
Please
time.
do that.
Yeah,
I'm
do it.
gonna. I might. Maybe I will.
Another one. Christmas cookies. You had Cheah. You
Yeah.
don't like Christmas cookies?
Regular cookies are.
All right,
way
we're about to sound the Grinch alarm, but
About to.
proceed.
The peanut butter blossoms? Are you insane?
better. Oatmeal raisin.
The little Pillsbury
That's
cookies
oatmeal
with Frosty the
raisin?
Snowman. Is this guy for real, bro?
You ate,
Oatmeal raisin's the goat cookie.
Of course you think that.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I like them. I don't think they're the best cookie, but they're also not a holiday. I feel like.
I know. I'm saying other cookies outside of the Christmas season are better than regular Christmas cookies.
After that, I had one for KB, but he's out sick. Would have been good too.
Is it about Taiwan Claxton?
Close. Having to face your relatives knowing they're all disappointed that you lost to scrubs like Jason Estevez and Colt Cotton.
Oh, he lost to Jason Estevez.
Yeah, both of which in the mid-December.
Oof.
After that, the people that think that you're not allowed to say Christmas anymore.
You submitted that one.
I didn't submit it, but damn it if it ain't true.
Relatives in general. This isn't like I feel like it's a person-by-person basis, but relatives was answered with a lot. And then Tommy, you just put New Year's Eve.
Yeah, I don't like New Year's Eve.
Great
like
take.
it.
Great
Yeah.
call.
Oh, I
Not a
hate
holiday.
Fucking
Yeah.
hate New
Or it's
Year's.
for alcoholics. That's a good take.
A lot of pressure to find plans to do it. It's never fun. It's more sad than anything, I feel.
I haven't done anything in 5 years for New Year's Eve.
Especially in New York.
I've
There's all the
never
places
got
there's
one of
no
those
start.
kisses you're supposed to get.
Oh.
That's why I fucking hate
Ever
that
get a kiss
one.
on
Oh.
New Year's Eve, Tommy? By like a 6'7" person from Belmar?
No, not at the ball. Not at the ball drop. Maybe a couple hours later dragging some slug out of the club.
Yeah.
But not at midnight.
My last New Year's kiss. I'm sorry, I'm going off. It was my buddy was throwing a party, and only me and his girlfriend showed up. And she gave me a New Year's kiss on the forehead, but she actually he met her.
Three-way.
He met her because I had taken her out on a date,
Oh no.
and then they hooked up.
Is this the same couple you drove to prom?
No.
Okay.
Is it sadder that it was another human?
Yes.
No,
That's like
my
the most
life's-
emasculating
my life
story
is-
I've ever heard.
Yeah.
PFT joining in
KenJac, can I borrow you for 2 seconds?
for 2 seconds. Keep going off.
Go.
Decide between yourselves between all those which ones you want. Being jealous of Hanukkah people, being obligated to get people's gifts, Christmas carolers, Christmas cookies.
Nick, you take the laptop and take over. You
Yeah,
know.
give me the bracket.
All down there,
All right.
16.
The worst part, mind you, this is the worst part about the holidays, and Cheah submitted cookies.
Mhm.
Delicious treat. What is when you close your eyes and think of a Christmas cookie? My go-to is the Hershey Kiss.
Yeah, the peanut butter
Is that
blossom.
what that is?
Yep. Nipple cookies.
It's a nipple cookie.
It's a nipple cookie.
Mm-hmm.
I thought my mom always made those as a kid, and I thought that like that was her original creation. And then I saw other people start to make them. I was like, they stole my fucking mom's cookie.
The key that people forget, once you put the kisses on the cookie, you put it back in the oven for like 30 seconds. Because if you don't, you get these hard. You have to have. If you do that, they're soft bite all the way through. People fuck that up.
No kidding.
I want a
People
cookie
forget.
so. I've been on a real cookie kick. That no free ads, but free ad Crumble. They do Planet Football. I filled in.
Yeah.
for the week.
We made
Planet
one too
Football?
many abortion jokes.
What are you gonna do?
They're a Mormon-owned company.
Really?
Yeah.
Power to them.
Whatever. Their cookies are fucking delicious.
They know how to make a cookie.
Yeah.
So wait, where are we at? Are we?
We were talking about cookies.
Abortion.
Okay.
is-
So we'll start with the Cheah game vote. Tommy, you want the list again? Or do you have an idea?
Yeah. Can you give it to me again?
Being jealous of Hanukkah people getting more gifts than you, being obligated to get people gifts, Christmas carolers, Christmas cookies, people that think they can't say Christmas, relatives, and New Year's Eve.
You know,
go New
Hanukkah
Year's Eve.
people. Gringotts employees.
It's a sick reference, bro. Everybody knows your references are sick.
That in turn.
Actually, I'm gonna do being obligated to get gifts for people.
Being obligated to get gifts. Don't you like receiving
That is
though?
fucked up.
Oh yeah, that's not what's on the bracket. It's not
greedy
getting
bastard.
gifts. It's being
Yeah.
obligated to get them for people.
Obligation, Grace.
I'm gonna go New Year's.
New
still waiting
Year's.
for that kiss. So
Still waiting for it, Nick.
yeah,
Definitely New Year's. It's there's so much hype around it.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had fun at New Year's since I was a little Nicky.
Little Nicky.
Like 11.
2 for New Year's Eve. Jay?
Being obligated to get people gifts. I think there should be like established rules where if a kid is like if it's like, your nephew or your godson or something like that, and once they get to a certain age, like 12, like no more gifts. Like let's end this charade.
Let's grow up.
The Grinch alarm.
stop
is-
showing people
Yeah,
we care about them.
Big T.
I'm really torn here because I hate New Year's Eve. It's for alcoholics. If you've ever celebrated New Year's Eve, you are addicted to alcohol.
Jesus Christ.
But conversely,
Fact check. That's not true.
I also really hate people who won't say Christmas, and I feel like those people have other positions in their life that are wrong and that I also
Moral.
dislike and immoral, absolutely.
Liberal
So
politics.
I'm choosing that one.
What about Xmas?
Xmas.
Over text.
Xmas, yeah.
Like you're just saying it over text.
Yes.
I would never do that, but like, I don't know.
You're acknowledging
Mother
the
always
prize.
says-
I guess that's
Don't
better
take
than
Christ out of
holidays.
Christmas.
I
Same.
guess.
Mm.
I mean, it's like the Greek like symbol for Christ or something. Isn't that where that comes from?
Why would the Greeks know who Christ is?
Anyway, I think that's fine-ish. I guess.
All right, Kate.
All right.
Tied up right now between, by the way, being obligated to get people gifts
feel-
and New Year's.
I feel like
I,
that would be a response if like your future like son told you that they were gay. You're like, that's fine-ish.
No, that's fine.
Someone should ask Big T the thought daughter or gay son question.
Oh my
I would
God.
love to see the answer to that. Kate.
I have relatives who believe the war on Christmas is very real, and
It
when
is.
I've gone places with them, they go out of their way to be like, "Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas"
Christmas,
to people, and they like really go out of their way, and that makes me want to die. So that, but also New Year's Eve, I went to Fogo de Chao once, ate a ton of meat, and then went out to a party with the meat sweats and powered through it, and I still don't think I've ever recovered from that.
Did you get a kiss?
No,
The
nope.
meat sweats?
Toilet
no,
bowl.
I don't think
yeah,
so.
no, not with the meat sweats. So
Me and
I
Jeff
would.
at 7 a.m. this morning, we interviewed
Ugh.
Stephen Lang, who's plays the bad guy in Avatar and is playing the bad guys, I guess, in the new Avatar movies too. He looked at me and Jeff and he said, "You guys look like you reek of meat." And I was like, "You're not wrong, but
You
like,
look it more than Jeff does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah. So what? It's true." But yeah, that was rough.
I'm going with New Year's.
Hell yeah.
New
New Year's Day though is great.
Was that a
in
three-way
Philly.
tie?
No, New Year's Eve's gonna move on, and
Thank
that's the
God.
third vote. New Year's is going up against the number 1 seed. The amount of money you have to spend in the holiday season was the most replied with answer. I feel like it just needs to be included. Kate, amount of money spent versus New Year's.
Holy fuck. Yeah, I don't want to brag. I have 3 god kids and then a ton of nieces and nephews, and it adds up. Because you don't want to, especially once they hit the teen years, you don't want to be lame. You got to get them and then I don't see them all the time, so you got to buy their love.
Yeah.
So it's got to be making up for the neglect throughout the year kind of thing. And it really, what was the other option? New Year's. I do like finding the perfect gift though. When I feel like I've got a really good
Yes.
one, and it feels great to do that. So I'm gonna stick with New Year's on this one.
Gonna stick with New Year's. Big T.
Yeah, New Year's also. I kind of like spending money and like buying presents and stuff for Christmas.
Feels like money doesn't count
Yeah.
in the holidays. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And
Till January.
to people that are like closest to me, which is generally, I don't, we're talking about being obligated to buy gifts. I've never been obligated to buy a gift.
Mom, Dad?
But those are the people that are like closest to me. I buy them gifts, my girlfriend, like my little cousins and shit like that. But if you're outside of that, like you're not getting a gift. But I said all that to say, I try to get presents that like I can do it with the person, so I'm also getting myself a gift.
Smart.
By experiences.
Activities.
Yes. Like my dad this year is getting the best Christmas present I've ever given, but it's also for me.
2 tickets to the
That's
Vols
so
or something.
It's what he doesn't watch this show. We're going to London for the Cubs Cardinals series next year. Excuse me.
Oh, that's a great
It's a
gift.
shit ton of money. I'm son of the year.
Yeah.
But I get to go too, so it's like sick.
That's a great gift.
Buy
That's
yourself a
awesome.
gift. I
You're
like
gonna
that.
present that.
Yeah.
I feel like you have to present that in a.
I've been
Envelope.
if he doesn't cry, it's getting returned.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
You gotta record that, by the
Cool.
way. That's
You're
an
like-
all-time gotta record.
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
buy him like a British flag, put it in a box, and he'd be like,
Yeah.
"Thanks."
Yeah, no, it's something British for sure.
Yeah.
Jay,
I didn't vote. What were the
Voted for
New
New
Year's? New Year's, yeah.
New
You better
Year's-
not watch this show.
New Year's Eve, incredibly overpriced. Not that much fun. I do wonder if more people kiss a toilet bowl as far as like throwing up than
Yeah.
kiss
More people.
someone that's like
definitely
not
kick
their
than kiss.
significant other.
That's one kiss I got.
Yep.
Mhm.
we've all been
I
there.
think everyone's done that. Yeah.
Nick,
I'm going New Year's, but what was the?
the amount of money spent across the holiday season.
I'm fine with that. I thought every like holiday that comes around, I want to buy like I think it would be hilarious to buy something super expensive for like Fran. And just see how she reacts. Like I knew it was her birthday. I wanted to just buy her like something that's like $6,000. Like yeah, like we share an aisle. Like happy birthday, Fran, or just like Merry
bracelet.
I just think it would be.
Is it tickets for you and Fran to London?
No. It's
that should
nothing.
definitely be it.
No, like nothing romantic. Just something insanely expensive. I was like, yeah, I saw it. And I was like, Fran would
How
love
do
it.
you?
so Fran.
Half of a
I
lease to a
kind
new
of want to do a
apartment.
video there now. Just like maybe I'll get like Bree to buy me something or just borrow something of hers. Be like, hey Fran, I got just to film it.
So
See how she reacts.
No, actually, you should get Mincy to do that. That would be the.
Oh my god, yeah. Just
It'll
like something incredibly expensive for somebody you kind of know would just be like,
Yeah.
Actually, this Louis Vuitton bag.
Fran, I saw this and I was just like, Fran, that's so
immediately.
It would be crazy if you were like, you were like, oh, I booked you an appointment to get your boobs done. To like
my-
anyone.
Nick, which one are you going with?
I would be thrilled.
New Year's. Yeah, I don't like New Year's.
New Year's is gonna move on, but Grace.
I don't see. I don't want to sound like I'm making this shit up, but I really don't mind spending money when it comes to buying presents for people. I'd rather spend all the money on that.
Oh wow, she's the best.
I know. I'm just a giver. Giving trade. So New Year's, and I fucking hate New Year's, and I still never got that kiss.
New Year's, Tommy.
I don't mind spending the money. I mind deciding what to buy. Like if you told me you have to spend, whatever, $500 or whatever, but here's a great gift to give them, I'd be fine with that. I never know what to buy. I just never know what to buy.
I feel like you would pay the price of the gift times 2 just to let someone else decide the perfect. gift
Yes,
for you.
I would absolutely do that.
Just
And
give
I
something
do
they
think
don't have. That's the gift rule.
No, you don't get it. I think an official sign of adulthood is when you spend more money on Christmas than you receive. Like as a kid, you Christmas you turn a profit, and now as an adult, it's like
You're in the red.
I'm-
Usually in the red.
you're in the red on Christmas.
Big time in the red.
Like
But
Santa.
very true. His suit is red. So I'll go with fucking New Year's.
New Year's Eve's gonna move on.
How old were you guys when you found out Santa wasn't real?
He's not real.
I was telling kids.
I knew
in,
Oh no!
What? That actually
You're the guy that
you.
No, I was like, you guys are so stupid. Like you're literally it made me feel smart.
I thought that'd be Stephen Cheah. Like, I ran the numbers, and it's highly unlikely Santa Claus is
it
real.
was either kindergarten or first grade.
Oh, that's so.
I was kindergarten, and I found out in the same sentence that boners were a thing. This kid Brandon Wilson
that
was like,
sentence?
Santa's not real, and your pee-pee gets hard. It's a boner. I was like, oh! Brandon Wilson, he's a doctor now.
I was in 4th grade, which I didn't
That's
think
old.
was that late.
That's
And
old.
you know what fucking ruined it for me? The show Everybody
He
Hates
flies.
Wow.
Chris. Show Everybody
show.
Hates Chris. Me and my parents were watching it, and we were big Chris Rock fans. And in the episode, he finds like the gifts in his parents' closet, and like, we got to tell you. And I looked at my parents. I was like, guys, what the fuck? And they're like, yeah, he's not real. And I was kind of on the edge anyway, but that really sent it over the top.
Yeah,
I
that's
pretended to still believe because I knew my mom would be upset.
Yeah, I found out 4th grade, and then I waited till 5th grade, and I pulled my mom, like when we were getting all the presents out of the car to go into my aunt's house, I pulled my mom aside. I'm like, hey, just so you know, I know.
And then you guys like
We're cool now. I
And,
know.
like it was like something that we both, and she's like, I know you know.
What a moment.
You guys have younger siblings though, because
Yes.
you have to
Two
pretend
younger.
for like
Yeah.
another decade.
How?
Well, that was the worst.
Yeah.
Why? Seeing the pure innocence and bliss on their
Yeah,
face.
that's fine, but like you forget.
Holy shit! I'm gonna do it.
I remember.
Grinch.
No, stop.
Oh yeah.
No, I remember one time I told my parents like, "Oh, that gift's awesome, thank you," and they were like, "Shut up, it's from Santa." Like you got to do that for 5-6 more years.
No, I just remembered how I found out. It was I asked for Ghost Recon Advanced Warrior for my PS2, and I unwrapped it. It's for Xbox. My mom's like, I'm gonna go give it to Santa. I'll be right back. She leaves. She comes back with the PS2 version, and I was like,
How'd she do that?
I was like,
Did you go to the store?
I was like, yeah. She went to like Target or some shit and like replaced it. And I was just like, something here doesn't make sense. How did you get it to Santa Claus and then come back to me in time? You should be all the way across the world delivering presents.
That's
16-year-old
what you get for being a spoiled
KenJac. This doesn't add up.
Adding up.
Something the nothing adds up here. But yeah,
I was so pissed. Like Santa not being real is such a bummer.
Yeah.
It would be so awesome. if
Here's
it
the
was
thing,
real.
though. Like, Santa is so much more believable than Easter Bunny, but you're like, they need to like even all those things out believability wise.
They concede. My parents would like concede to me. They'd be like, "Yeah, you know, the Tooth Fairy's not real, Easter Bunny's not real." I'd be like, "Yeah," but they'd be like, "But Santa's real." I'm like, "Yeah, I know." Like like when they were conceded on one of those, I should have realized. Well, they're all fake.
They should all fall.
I remember leaving a note for the Tooth Fairy because I was starting to be like, I feel like I'm being made a fool of here. And it was like, if you're real, I remember drawing a square and being like, leave your fairy dust on this square. And the next morning, my mom was like,
I did that too.
yeah, she was like, the gig is up. We didn't have glitter.
We didn't have any fairy dust.
Yeah.
She got us.
I left their Polly Pockets to wear clothes,
Really?
Polly Pocket clothes to wear, and I said leave a little dust,
ah,
tit for tat.
Yeah.
Fair trade.
But it's crazy, like that. First of all, that's an odd concept. The Tooth Fairy should just collect all
Horrible.
your
That's
teeth.
Yeah, that's
ridiculous.
bizarre.
She's a
Bizarre.
freak.
Who came up with that? Yeah.
Even your parents keeping your teeth. It's kind of like why?
Did I say
Yeah.
this on this show or on the Yak? I got all my teeth pulled because they were too crowded.
West Virginia.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
all just fell. But my dad, his main office was always in San Francisco, so I thought it was so cool to just throw my pulled teeth into the Pacific Ocean. I would save up all my pulled teeth and bring them on the plane and throw them in. Like we would go see the seals, and I would throw all my teeth. And I thought it was just like the coolest thing for some reason.
That is weird as
So
hell.
all of
Nick.
my baby teeth are in at Fisherman's Wharf.
biggest impression of the Tooth Fairy was the Fairly Odd Parents version, which was like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Thought it was a weird version of it.
Ulrich von Strangle
Also,
maybe.
too, imagine walking on the beach and finding a bunch of children
Build
teeth, a
baby
bunch
teeth.
of kid teeth, and be like, oh
it's
my
a
god,
murder mystery.
No, I thought I was like I don't know. I would like throw them over my shoulder and walk away like it was. I don't know. I thought it was so cool.
Slow-mo shot.
And my other thing is I have a 9-year-old sister.
Yeah.
And like with the internet, how long are they gonna
Yeah.
believe in anything
Yeah.
Oh,
anymore?
man.
That's my big
I,
question.
I actually did
point.
Google once, like, is Santa real?
I mean,
Mm.
what?
And it was like, if this is a 10-year-old kid Googling this, then yes, of course Santa is real. But yeah, I feel like the gig is going to be up on Santa soon.
I don't know why I never even looked that up. I was on like Alta Vista looking up boobs, but like I never thought to look up is Santa real.
Oh my god, the night before my parents would put on the AM radio and it would be a live report of where he was and like
yeah.
whatever. I believed that shit for way too long.
Oh, the Santa tracker.
NORAD.
Yeah, the NORAD.
NORAD, yeah.
And I love how like every time you check it, it's like if in and around bedtime, they're like, oh, it's almost here.
Yeah.
They
you
use
better
like,
go
like
get
your
it. Yeah.
current location.
They have Rudolph on it too. And I remember being like to my dad, be like, I thought Rudolph wasn't real. I thought that story is fake. Why is he on that
That's where you
Nordak
drew the
trip?
line.
I still get a stocking.
Oh, I do too, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
But-
a couple stoolies follow
I
me
mean,
from
I'm-
home every now and then.
My mom won't fill it when I'm awake. Like I'll be in my room, like on my phone, and she'll
Yeah.
be like, Nick, you can fill the stocking,
Aw.
but she won't.
You know what's weird? Every year on our doorknobs, and my mom still does it, she has this clear like mesh stocking that she puts tiny cereal boxes in. Every year, my whole life. It's like Smacks and Cocoa Pebbles and like
It's like something they hand out the YMCA.
I know. And then the other thing, my granny,
Pantry.
my mom's mom would collect freebies from like the county fairs and stuff all year long. So her stocking at her house, I would open it and it would be stress balls. I remember I got like a Viagra clipboard and like a
Yeah.
Cialis pens. It was all freebies is what I would get in her stocking.
My grandma, her name was Margie. She would do this thing called Marbage every year for our Christmas, where she would bring like this massive collection. Because she was a hoarder, this massive collection of garbage,
Call your grandma a whore.
and she would hoarder.
Yeah.
That sounds like the R word version of a hooker. Brought like this giant collection of garbage. She would just give it out to all of our relatives, and like it would be the most bizarre shit. It'd be like once a year I got a toxic waste bag with a screw in it. And it was just like, she's like, yeah, you want this? I'm like, yeah, why not?
Of course I do.
Just hand it all out. I miss Marbage.
Ah, traditions.
All right, before we get into the second half, let's hear from our second sponsor of the day, Boost Mobile. All right, let's talk about Boost Mobile. One line, $25 per month, unlimited data, talk, and text. Boost Mobile gives you everything you could ever want from a wireless carrier. Pay for nearly everything up front and get exactly what you pay for. Bigger, better, Boost. Boost Mobile, I'm sure you're all familiar with from commercials and all those other things as well. I'll be honest, I want to switch over to Boost Mobile like tonight because my reception through a different carrier, which I probably should name during an ad, is god-awful. So unleash your power with Boost Mobile. Sign up for Boost Mobile today and switch to Boost Mobile and save.
That's me picking up my phone.
Thanks to Boost Mobile. All right, our next matchup is the number 6 seed versus the 11 seed. The number 6 seed, this doesn't pertain to me, but I feel like this would be the worst fucking situation ever, which is if your birthday and your holiday or the holiday are like in the same month and your parents combine them. I would fucking hate that so much.
Yeah.
More than anything in the world. And after that, number 11 seed working retail during the holidays, which I only did like 2 years, but it was the worst experience maybe ever. Tommy, you're up last, right? So you go first.
Yeah. Two things that I can't relate to. My birthday is in April, and I've never worked retail during the holidays, but I'd have to imagine working retail during the holidays is worse. It's
fucking sucks.
Worst customers. If you have to work on Christmas Eve or Christmas, that must be horrible. So I'll go with that.
Working retail, Grace?
Yeah, around the holiday season, people, they could go either way. They could be really nice, or they could be just absolute monsters.
They lose their shit during the holidays. They're become the rudest human beings alive in
Yeah.
retail. It is really bad.
I'm gonna go retail.
Retail, Nick?
I've worked on New Year's Eve, but I was at a bowling alley.
Nice.
I bet that's kind of a neat vibe. Kind of a niche crowd in there.
A lot of people like you.
Okay.
A lot of people
Okay,
like you.
Pacific Tooth. All right. Okay, normal guy.
Yeah.
Right.
You're right. No,
Did you ever work the bowling alley on
I've opened up too much.
Did you ever work the bowling alley on 9/11?
No, the guy getting the perfect score.
Oh, yeah.
On 9/11, and it's just he's smiling. He's just like, yeah,
Pretty good Tuesday.
yeah, great Tuesday for me.
No, but I did have my first fish sandwich on 9/11/2001.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
We were pretty young. Why'd you have a fish? Like you were craving a fish sandwich? We were like
That was
in
my
first
How
grade.
could I crave it? No, my mom came and picked me up from school because she was afraid. But we stopped by Coleman's Fish afterwards.
Coleman's
I'm
fish.
sure West Virginia was next on their list.
we got to get to shelter.
You lived on Long Island, and my mom was like, "No one's gonna fucking bomb your school. Like you're staying in school. Like you're fine."
I wasn't even born.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Stung for a second.
I don't even know. Oh, retail versus
birthday and holiday.
birthday near that would suck.
So bad.
Just because like you couldn't even have like a big party. I don't know if you. Well, I guess I don't know. I'm abstaining from the vote like I do in real
Abstaining.
elections.
Abstaining from the vote, Cheah.
What time did that guy get the perfect score?
On 9/11, and presumably it passed 8 a.m.
Right.
He heard it was
Bowling
happening.
alleys aren't open then. So he heard
League
that there was...
Yeah.
No.
It was most
I worked at a
certainly
bowling
after
It was that
the
night.
events.
It was Tuesday night.
Yeah, it
It
had
wasn't
to have
night,
been.
was it?
There's no way he bowled the perfect game
League
before
play was in the
9/11
mornings.
happened.
Yeah. There's
Yeah, it
no
had to
way.
have been afternoon, evening. Yeah.
Yes.
No,
so
because
this guy...
for extreme bowling.
It was after 9/11 had happened. It had
Yes.
occurred, and he's
This
like,
guy
"I'm
was
going
aware
bowling."
of it.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm going to fucking go bowling.
A guy was in Boston, I think, too.
I think he was in Maine.
Wow.
Maine. Okay.
Yeah.
He was like, "Fuck it, I gotta go."
Wild. Sorry, what were the two selections?
That picture is insane.
This whole episode just turns into
Working
9/11 chat.
Oh, working retail
versus
for sure.
the
yeah.
birthday holiday combination.
Yeah, working retail. Yeah, you
Working
don't want to deal with
retail.
the people last minute gifts.
Do you think if like he went bowling and there were like 2 pins up, he was just like, I'm not going to do this.
Get the split for the win.
I'm not gonna
Not doing it.
I think working retail would be worse while it was happening, but the birthday thing ruins your entire childhood. That's like birthdays as a kid is goated, and it's just ruined the whole time.
Combined.
So that, yeah.
I'm very thankful I have a summer birthday. Those were the best.
Yeah.
But you missed
Same
out
here.
on it in school. Like,
Oh, but you
class
missed out on it in
school. Class celebrating your birthday, bringing cupcakes for the whole class.
Bro, sister Kathleen still came in and gave me a dress down day.
Oh shit.
Oh,
Yeah.
what?
Dressed you
What
down.
does that mean?
Yeah.
I had to wear a uniform, so you got a pass for a dress down day. You could wear
Yeah.
like a Dare shirt into work into
Fucking
school.
Catholics.
Can't
Dirty
understand that.
monsters.
The me and Tommy, our birthday is like a few days apart, if I remember right. 27th,
29th. Yep.
29th. Yeah, it was a
leap
great
year?
day off.
No, April 29th.
Oh. I don't know where I got that.
I would stay home every day on my birthday except for one time when we had a Holocaust survivor speaking at school. I was like, I gotta do this for them. And it was,
Oh, I never stayed home on my birthday. I was like, this
stayed
day
home
I'm
for that?
coming in to soak it all in.
yeah,
Seems like Cheah wouldn't have went to school that day.
yeah. For
On the Holocaust
You know,
survivors?
like
Yeah.
is it
Oh,
Hanukkah people?
Hanukkah people.
I have one of those
Yeah.
Hanukkah people at the school. Yeah.
I am actually
We're gonna go
very.
say how many gifts he gets every December.
Yeah.
I'm extremely pro Jewish people. I attended Hanukkah school, or sorry, Hebrew school.
Got Hanukkah on the brain.
Yes, I attended Hebrew school as a Catholic person twice growing up because a lot of my friends were Jewish and I felt left out on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
So you went to like
Went out of your way to
I
go
had a
to
friend
extra
like that. She'd
Temple
come to
Emmanuel.
some CCD classes just because she was like, I'm
was
missing
down
out.
to
Yeah.
class.
Yeah,
sucked.
yeah.
I got left back in CCD because I stopped going to
CCD is what?
classes. I just stopped going to classes one year, and then my mom's like,
religion.
"You got to get confirmed, so you got to go back to CCD."
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Get confirmed. Yeah. Did you get a good confirmation name?
I didn't know I had to have one, so I panicked and I just chose Nicholas.
So you're Nicholas,
Oh.
Nicholas, whatever.
That's correct.
Mine's Clotilda.
It's what?
Clotilda? Yeah.
Never heard of such a name.
Not even a saint.
Okay, Nick.
Clotilda.
Yeah.
You're my real person,
fucking
is it?
favorite.
She
Look
was
it up.
ma-
It's the
she
last
was married to
nation.
Clodomir, and her sons were Clovis, like Clober and Clommer, or something like that. And yeah,
That's so awesome.
yeah, it was pretty sick. Yeah.
I looked it up. The
Everybody
first
else
thing that,
pick that?
the first thing that shows up with Clotilda is it is the last operating slave ship before the slave trade shut down. It's the last known slave ship to
Clotilda.
arrive in the United States.
Oh no.
Did you get your confirmation name changed?
Jay's like, whew.
Heats off you
No,
big time.
Didn't know that.
I mean, I want to know yours.
Okay.
It's Joseph. It's incredible.
Fucking boring,
Yeah.
dude. Grace, did you get a good one?
I stopped in 7th grade.
Oh.
I don't know.
Never confirmed.
Never confirmed.
It tells me Big T's not a Catholic.
Correct.
Jay?
Xavier,
That's a cool one.
Ooh, that's a cool
That
one.
is a
X-Man.
I picked Maximilian because I thought it's
Oh,
like.
that's
But then my
powerful.
younger brother picked Tiberius, and I was like, "Oh, fuck,
that's
that's
way
really
sicker.
cool."
Damn.
Oh, yeah.
It is
I mean,
I
cool.
do remember thinking it was going to be a way bigger deal. Your
Yeah, me too.
confirmation name.
Yeah.
It's like, this is a big decision. It just doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I could have told you guys anything right now.
I thought it was like legally part of my name
Yeah, me too.
for a while. Yeah.
His name is so cool sounding too, because then it's Thomas Tiberius Kennedy, and it's just like, fuck,
Oh, yeah.
man.
Man, TTB.
Cool. And then he's like 6'5" too. Fuck, I hate him so much.
Oh, your brother's hot as shit.
My brother's very hot. It's
Single?
You got any pictures?
Military
coming up.
guy?
yeah, the military one.
guy.
And he's in the military.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on.
He's living in
Yeah.
Hawaii right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fucking, he's in great shape. It's unfortunate for me. Next up, or wait, no, where were we? We didn't even finish it.
Oh,
they're talking about your brother.
No, we were
Fucking all hot and bothered talking
Yeah,
about.
wait. 9/11, Catholicism.
Yeah.
Where were we?
Clitoris or whatever your name
Topic
was.
C.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Clotilda.
Sync.
Yeah,
Versus
Clotilda.
the birthday holiday combo.
Yeah.
That was you were up, Kate. Sorry.
At least you didn't name your son that. And then find out it was
Matilda?
bad shit.
Was
Yeah.
that ever an
Thank
option?
God.
What were your kid name options?
You would hate it. You would absolutely hate our list.
Well, because of
no.
Pat.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%. He's
Pat
like,
Pickwick.
can't have a normal name. Can't have a boring name. It's like, we're not naming him like, what was one of them? Engine.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been so cool.
Oh, yeah.
Holy shit, that would have been awesome.
Beeve is the best.
Yeah.
That is
Like
so
names
cool.
Like that. And
Oh my
I
god.
think he was joking, but
He wanted that
he had a coke nail.
That would have been so cool.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
If I have a son, I'm thinking of naming him Danger. Just call him Dan.
I like
Yeah,
that.
and then
sure.
people
Like-
won't know.
And then when he's filling out like his SAT, he's like, Danger.
I like that
I
because
like it.
that person's built to be an athlete for the rest of their life. Same with if you
No,
named your kid
it's
Engine.
genius.
Also,
Holy
Danger
shit.
O'Malley sounds like
Oh, that's
like
awesome.
007
So
kind
Can't
of.
cool.
keep my name.
Ah, damn.
Yeah.
Working retail is going to advance, but would you go with
Oh, retail. I wasn't retail, but I was a UPS driver helper during the holidays, and people were the fucking worst.
Kate, I need an autobiography immediately.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
There was a UPS driver helper waiting in the back of the truck for her like main driver outside our apartment building the other day, and I was like, I've been there before. I know it gets better as I like a screaming toddler. Man.
All right, next up is the number 3 seed lines/crowds in general during the holidays, which do suck, versus the 14 seed. Tommy, you had suggested this, and it was responded like on Twitter. A lot of people said it as well. Cold weather in the holidays. So we'll start with you, Kate. Cold weather versus lines and crowds.
Oh, I've definitely if you've ever been to the Bronx Botanical Gardens train show.
Oh no,
you have to go.
Oh, I think I have.
During an off time. Because it's like fucking amazing. They rebuilt New York City in its entirety in this greenhouse out of like pine cones and acorns and shit. Like Yankee Stadium is made out of twigs. Fucking huge.
That's actually
with, like,
awesome.
It's amazing. And they have like 20 million different kinds of trains in this beautiful setting. Like you have to go. It's amazing. But if you go during like peak hours, you are just nut to butt in a humid greenhouse with like 1,000 other people while kids are screaming. And it's like you want to burst through the glass. So I guess I'll go lines. Like thinking Philly Macy's, the top floor is this weird walk-through Christmas thing, and it's like nut to butt with Philly people. Yeah, anything where you're like that, and everyone's hot and humid in their coats.
Oh yeah,
this train show looks so cool.
It's fucking amazing. I go
when does
every
it
year,
start? Because
and
that
then
might explain KB's absence.
it's next to Little Italy, so you go to the train show, and then you go get
yeah.
a nice Italian
Fordham,
lunch.
stop by Fordham.
Fordham,
The old stomping grounds.
Harlem, yeah.
He's like, I'm
Really
so
recommend.
sick. I gotta go look at these trains.
The crowds,
Oh,
yeah.
it
crowds
sucks that I'm so sick the day of the train opening.
John Cena's gonna be there.
Yeah.
Sorry, Skate. So you're going with the lines then?
Yeah. Oh, and Rockefeller Center, like almost getting like feel like you're gonna get crushed up there. Yes, I'm going with crowds.
I think if I were to just do a general bracket of worst things ever,
Yeah,
lines and crowds could easily be like a top 5 seed.
Gotta go with the off
Purgatory.
hours. Find the off hours.
T.
For sure, crowds. I want it to be cold during Christmas. That makes part of the season. Crowds are horrible.
I agree with you
I
completely.
feel like people probably get mad at you quicker too, because you're like a bigger presence. in
Yeah,
the
like, what do you want
crowd.
me to do, pal?
Right. I feel like
Like-
people. I can see people just being like,
Yeah. No, crowds suck.
Jay?
I don't like the cold, but crowds and lines are far worse.
Much worse. I agree. 3-0 right now, Nick.
This is a first round matchup, but this could have been the finals. It's crowds.
yeah.
Crowds and lines. Grace?
I like lines. I don't really like crowds.
Why do you like lines?
Amen.
Oh, damn.
Jesus Christ.
God damn it.
Watch
I
out.
love that one. Wait, I gotta go to that train over.
Yeah.
Lines and
Yeah.
crowds.
Yeah.
Tommy.
Yeah, I do really hate the cold, but now that I think about it, last weekend I was in Florida and I went with like my little cousins. They picked out a tree, and it just didn't feel the same picking out a Christmas tree in like tropical warm weather.
Yeah.
If the cold is ever acceptable, it's Christmas, so I'll go crowds.
The lines and crowds are going to move on. Next matchup is the number 10 seed. We could just say church. Church in the holiday season, it fucking sucks. It's miserable. Or temple for the Hanukkah folk, as Uche has pointed out.
Terrible time to be throwing that around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bad one. And
Very
that's
calculated.
going up against the number 7 seed. Not getting the gift you want and then having to pretend you like a gift that you don't like. We'll start with you, Tommy. Which one of those do you think is worse?
I'll go not getting the gift. Church, luckily my parents never really forced it on me. We went, I think for a few years, we would go just like only on Christmas.
You go to church, you're going to get stuff forced on you. I promise you that.
We'd be like, only Christmas, only Easter, maybe one other time, but we were never always like we were never an every Sunday family. So eventually I think we're all like, why are we even pretending at this point, like for Christmas? Like, let's just drop it all together. Yeah, the awkward interaction of having like, oh, this gift is so good. That's tough. So I'll go with that.
Have you heard the nickname for that? The CEO family? Christmas, Easter only?
Oh, no, but I like it.
Oh,
It's cool.
no, I do like that though.
Business terms.
Yeah.
Grace.
I've always been like an actress, so I love putting on a show, even if I hate it. So that's always been fun for me. Church was terrible. I would like think of all the bad things that could happen to everyone in there while I was, and my skin lights on fire when I walk in there too.
Yeah.
So.
It's a good way to pass the time, I think.
Yeah.
So we're tied up. Nick?
One Christmas, all my mom got me was like sweaters with like suede elbow patches. I call it the elbow patch Christmas. And I was so fucking pissed because she was like, don't you love them? I'm like, why? Why do you think I'm an elbow patch guy?
Like a small professor at a college?
I know. she just thought I was like an help. I don't know. Oh fuck, I'm getting pissed off. But with that being said, it's church. It's long. It's crowded. I usually skip it.
Mm-hmm.
When I realized I was an adult, and I was like, I'm not going.
Yeah.
It was the best.
Yeah.
I didn't go for like a decade and a half or something, and then I dated someone whose family was really into it, and they made me go to mass with them for Christmas, and shit had changed so much. Like they did the thing. This was so embarrassing. They did like the peace be with you, and like I was so used to be saying like and also with you, but they changed it.
Oh yeah,
with your spirit.
And with your spirit.
And with your spirit. But I said like very loudly because I was like it was fucking echoing everywhere. I'm
trying to
like,
get
and
pussy.
Also with you.
Trying to
get pussy.
And also with you, and like everyone just looks a little over, and I'm like,
Yeah.
In a while.
That's why they switch it up every now and then to catch people like you.
not getting fucked tonight, am I?
Yeah, it's just it's to weed out the phonies.
Yeah.
Speaking
the
of getting
Hanukkah people.
Yeah, exactly. Steve.
I don't love going to church. And my mom specifically is very adamant, especially on Christmas, that you have to go. I remember like into my late 20s, we like had an actual argument.
Don't want anyone to think you're one of those Hanukkah people, Steve.
About going to church, and I ended up like begrudgingly going to like midnight mass and standing in the back by myself, just so she could feel better about it. But that being said, pretending to like gifts that you don't like, that is the worst because you're just being a complete phony.
You don't show any emotion anyway, so it's like
Right.
It takes the real spirit out of Christmas.
What would be like I'm trying to think of the most personal gift to get Steve. Would it be like a year-long subscription
Flash
to
drive.
Football Focus? Like, what would it be? What would be the one where you'd be like, that's really thoughtful. You know I would like this.
So even like my wife was like, hey, like my family wants to know what to get you, and my honest answer is like, I need like new socks. Like
New socks are awesome.
Very boring.
You know what I hate? I hate when people tell other people what they want. And I'm sorry that that's exactly what you just said. But I just like, it's like my dad's family would always say, I want this, so get me this. And it's like, what are we doing
It's
this
the
for?
fun
I
out
would
of it.
fucking
Oh,
buy it
I
myself.
prefer that. That way I know what to buy.
Oh, I love a
Don't tell me what
thoughtful
to do. Just buy it
gift.
for yourself then. Here's money and you go buy that.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you guys like if you're buying a gift for people? How often do you run it by them? Because I don't want to fucking buy this if you don't want it.
Never.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, Brianna does that. She'll be like, oh, I got you this for your birthday. I'm like, well, could you just wait 3 days?
Yeah.
It's like I would have been really stoked. I'm still happy, but I like the
It kinda
surprise.
takes the luster.
I like telling other people what to get me, but I'd never want them to tell me. I want to figure it out for myself.
Yeah.
It's like a puzzle for me, which I really enjoy. I still know what to get my mom this year. I'm still
Once I hit like 8th grade, my mom started telling me anytime she got me, she'd be like, come upstairs, let me show you what I got you for Christmas. And I'm like, Mom, it's September. Why? And so I never had after that. And she like couldn't wait. She always had to tell me. But then I couldn't have them until Christmas. So it was like, I know that closet has shit I want.
Blue ball.
I can't, yeah.
So Cheah, you're going with the not getting the gift you want.
Yep.
Big T.
Yeah, it's not even not getting, like, I can live with getting a shitty present. I don't really care. It's having to pretend like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Like, thank you. And it's like, I don't want to say this is shitty. I don't want to say thank you.
Yeah, it's tough. Kate.
I would go with, I took everything at like super face value when I was a kid. My parents were really religious and like really like strict and religious. And I truly believed that every Christmas night, the cycle started anew. Like every Christmas evening, Mary and Joseph started taking off on the donkey. And if I didn't, after church, I would be in my room. I was like, if I don't pray hard enough, they're not going to make it this year. I like had to pray. And I remember like it was very stressful each year being like, please God, let them make it so I can get my presents tomorrow and like whatever. Like, and then every morning when Santa, I was like, oh, we did it. They made it. They must have made it because it's Christmas now. Like that's how crazy I was. And so Christmas night, that I shouldn't have said that out loud. Like I, for years, was being like my room. Like I would be like, oh, come on, let him. Oh my God, that's super weird. I don't think I've ever said that. I also used to slip notes to God himself
Nice.
under the confessional door. I thought God lived in there. And I would like write him notes and slip them. So church like ruined the holidays for me.
The biggest fight I ever got in with my mom was a Christmas Eve mass because I had just gotten this shirt. I was really big into skateboarding in like 8th grade.
Everyone was. Who wasn't?
Oh yeah.
There's this company called Enjoy, and their logo was a panda. But I got this shirt. It was the panda just taking this big shit, and I had it on. I was like, I'm wearing this to church. She was like, you're not. And I was like, what am I going to do? Go to fucking hell? So, we got into this screaming match, and I wanted to wear this shitting panda shirt to church. Negotiated, and I wore it underneath. I was pissed. God, I owe my mom the biggest apology.
She listens to the show, so she'll.
She does.
Yeah,
she
yeah,
listens
yeah.
to everything.
We're tied up. Goochman, you get to break the tie.
It's got to be going to church. Going to church sucks.
Yeah.
It's miserable.
I was also an altar boy.
I was too for
Oh,
way
Yeah,
too
like
long.
way too long, and I
Way
couldn't
too
get out
long.
of it. It was like impossible to get
I had to
out
be a
of.
traditional altar boy too, so you weren't allowed to wear anything under your robes.
Oh.
You had to stand over
Hold
a
on,
mirror.
hold on.
Yeah, we had a
This is where the
chrome
priests get their
altar.
bad
We need
rap.
to have a separate podcast here for all the Catholics. That
Yeah.
are-
Yeah.
Like, my God, I feel like it just keeps creeping out
just
in all the different shows we do.
Guys, I made that one up.
I know.
Oh, shit.
But the thing is, it's very believable.
Oh yeah, but I was an altar boy.
Traditional. I didn't even think anything.
I
of
didn't
it.
bat an eye. I was like, yeah, that checks
Yeah,
out.
but-
That's how easy
I'm
it
glad I
is.
didn't have to do the traditional one.
Yeah.
After every mass when I was an altar boy, I'd wake up face down in the mark.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Every single time. It was incredible.
I was an altar boy till I was a junior in high school. I had lost my virginity before I stopped being an altar.
Yeah.
So church is going to move on. We have our last matchup. It is the number 2 seed Traveling for the holidays, which does suck, versus number 15. This is my personal one, so I made it a very low seed. Rich kids getting the good gifts. When you're poor, it fucking sucks. And all the rich kids are getting GameCubes and shit. One year, my parents were, I think we mentioned this on a recent one. Parents got me a boombox about this big and one CD, the Lord of the Rings soundtrack. And it was just like, my buddy had gotten GameCube and Super Monkey Ball. And I was like, I want to kill myself. It was a really tough Christmas. So Kate, you go first. Traveling versus the rich kids getting better gifts.
Rich, man. I remember when everyone was getting Razor scooters, my parents got me a Scoodazzle. And the handlebars, they got it on discount because the handlebars went like this and you couldn't fix it. So yeah. Yeah, that's the one because I got roasted in the neighborhood bad.
Hey, you would be the most successful stand-up comedian if you just told your life story.
yeah.
No.
Where does she
that
come
sucked.
up with this?
Yeah.
Incredible. Big T.
Oh, that
What was the one that wasn't getting good presents?
That was not getting good gifts and pretending.
No. Rich kids get the good presents. What was the other one?
It's going up against Traveling
Yeah.
for the holiday season.
Traveling, I guess. I can live with the logic of richer people getting better shit. It's like when Stanley has the heart attack and Michael's like, what would you have done if I wasn't here? He's like, I would have died. He's like, are you okay with that? He's like, I'm okay with the logic of it. Like that makes sense to me.
Not when you thought the gifts were coming from Santa.
Yeah, that's also true. I was like, why is Santa giving them the
I was
GameCube?
out I was out on that pretty early though. So
yeah.
I always
You're ruining Christmas for other people.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah, for sure.
Big green Grinch presents right here between these two.
I don't know.
No, no
What's
Grinch.
Che.
I guess traveling can be pretty, there are so many different types. Like, if you have local family, there's a lot of traffic and stuff like that has to be taken into account. But
Airports
then sometimes
suck.
you have to fly and stuff like that, and they're just kind of a nightmare at that point in the year. So I'll say traveling.
How do you feel? Because I know you've said before, Big T, that you would, if you could get your same current salary and just live in an airport from 9 to 5.
Oh yeah.
You'd do that. Would you do that even during the holiday season?
Yeah, it's even better.
There's
what?
excitement in the air.
What?
Oh, I love airports.
There's no
Big T, Big T.
comfort.
Big airport guy.
Love airports. Love going to new airports. Getting to go to a new airport this Christmas. It's gonna rock.
What airport?
San Juan.
Wow.
I didn't think you would go there.
Going on. A
It's
cruise.
too hot. Okay, yeah.
I've been there. Pretty good airport.
Love that. Love to hear that, Tommy. Love to hear that.
Genuine excitement.
Love to hear that.
Nick.
I think there's an excitement to traveling, but when Bo Chukta walked in with that PSP, dude, I got a globe.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck?
I got a Neopet.
Yeah.
Just walking in.
There you got the leather patch elbows, the
Yeah.
globe.
It was the elbow
sniffing
patch
of
Christmas,
whiskey.
and Bo walks in with a fucking PSP with Wave Racer.
To this day, greatest pound for pound video game system to exist.
It
What?
is.
No. I had a sweater that would last extra long because the elbows didn't wear out.
So you're going with the rich kids, Grace?
Yeah, I've grown up pretty white trash. My mom, I don't know how she did it, but she got me everything I ever wanted. But nothing was worse, especially as social media got worse. Is
Oh, yeah.
everyone's just posting what they got.
That's the worst part about the
Fun.
holidays. Right in.
And it's like
Yeah.
People posting their gifts.
I think I tweet it every year. It's like, stop posting your gifts.
Yeah.
You look like a fucking tool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I'm bitter. So
So rich kids, 3-2 right
advice.
now. Tommy.
I'll go with travel. I
Travel.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that it's expensive. It's crowd. Like I drove back from Florida with my parents after Thanksgiving. It was more traffic ever than I've ever seen in my life. They're just 3 hours. We didn't move at all. So I'll go with that. Planes, trains, and automobiles.
Yeah.
I'm gonna switch my vote from travel to realizing that I think it's less so that like when you get the gift, but realizing that other people got way better shit makes you feel awful.
Wait, so you're switching from traveling to rich kids?
Yes.
Okay. So then rich kids is going to move on.
How they hike up prices for travel though around the holidays is out of control.
Yeah.
I couldn't go home
That's
for
Grinch
Thanksgiving because
shit.
it was $500 one-way train ticket.
Train tickets.
Jesus.
I know.
What are you doing?
Lest we forget, not two
All right.
Thanksgivings ago, Pat forgot to put our baby on the flight tickets. And we got all the way through Thanksgiving Eve. We got all the way through security line, all the way through, and we went to give our tickets. They're like, your baby's not on the tickets. You can't go. And we got turned away on Thanksgiving Eve.
That is the
my
exact
God. Yeah.
story of Jesus.
That is. And then we got a donkey, and hopefully
you slept in the manger.
somebody started praying really
There's another
hard.
little girl praying really hard for you.
We made it. We made it. Yeah.
That's Christmas.
All right, before we get into our playoffs, let's hear from our last sponsor of the day, Fight Camp. All right, let's talk about Fight Camp. Have you been looking for a new addition to your fitness routine? Then allow me to introduce you to Fight Camp. Fight Camp is interactive at-home boxing. They bring the best workout in the world to your home, and they make it fun. Explore thousands of workouts led by expert trainers with decades of experience teaching proper boxing form and technique. Fight Camp has live punch counting stats that motivate you by counting every punch throughout your workout and pushing you to meet your goals for each round. As you progress, you'll unlock achievements, and you can go head-to-head against other members, whether they're across the country or across the living room. Goochman, you did a boxing class fairly recently, right?
Yep, Monday morning. Got another one tomorrow.
You have to switch up to Fight Camp then, because you can do it at home as well. Which is incredible.
I need it. I need the extra work.
So join the biggest boxing community in the world without leaving your home. This holiday season, you'll also get a heart rate monitor, a premium jump rope for free. That's an additional $148 value for free. Fight Camp packages start at just $99. They also offer some great financing options, so you can get started for as low as $9 a month. To get started and to get your free gifts with purchase, go to fightcamp.com/LCB. That's fightcamp.com/LCB.
Imagine if Jesus' name was Engine.
You know what? Those fucking Italians wouldn't have killed him.
Yeah.
The Father, the Son, and Engine Christ.
Engine Christ.
Yeah.
Engine!
I think Excellence was another one.
Excellence is
Excellence
fucking
Cassie.
great.
Excellence?
Yeah.
Fuck, man.
Yeah.
That has some great ideas.
I want Pat in here so bad.
Yeah,
Fuck, man. He's got
he's
good
a
ideas. Okay, let's run through our playoff matchups quick. I'll start with you, Tommy. Last minute shopping versus holiday hangovers.
Last minute shopping. Hangovers, like I said, I don't think is too specific to holidays, but last minute shopping, stressful. I'll go with that.
Stressful, Grace?
Hangovers. It's something I know too well.
Mm-hmm. Nick?
Last minute shopping.
Last minute shopping. Che?
Yeah, last minute shopping.
Another for last minute shopping. You can send it home.
I guess hangovers. Like hangovers are bad, right?
Hangovers are bad.
Yeah.
Going hangovers as well.
Going hangovers as well. Goochman.
Definite.
Last minute shopping versus hangovers.
I like shopping. I like it. It's very peaceful. So I'm gonna go hangovers.
Hangover gonna move on. Next up, you go first, Kate. New Year's Day versus taking down decorations / Christmas
Eve,
lights.
New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve,
versus
sorry.
taking down
versus-
decorations?
yeah.
Still New Year's Eve.
Still New Year's.
Yep.
I didn't realize we were this is a big New Year's hater group.
I'm
You guys sweat?
anti-New
I
Year's
think
party.
a lot of people are.
We
New
should. And
Are you
anti-
so in on that? Anyone want to kiss?
No expectations. Just get a bunch of garbage food and just sit around and bitch about Catholic upbringing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Really great time.
Live stream
therapy
that
about
shit.
it. Big T.
Taking down lights only because New Year's Eve includes college football, which is good, but everything else about New Year's Eve, bad.
Bad. Che.
Yeah, anything with surge pricing, like Grace was saying, with the trains being crazy expensive around Thanksgiving. Cabs are like that too around New Year's.
You brought this up a lot. You must have been really badly ripped off on New Year's.
Yeah, all the time. Yeah, so New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve, Nick.
New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve, Grace.
New Year's Eve.
Gonna move on, but Tommy.
New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve as well. New Year's versus the holiday hangover. Tommy.
I mean, these kind of go hand in hand, I guess. I'll go New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve, Grace.
Because you're going to get the holiday hangover because of it.
True.
Yeah, for the same reason I'm New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve, Nick?
New Year's Eve, because there's even like those parties that you can buy in, a ticket to, and it includes like your champagne toast and this and that, and it's like $300, and it's just still not. It's not. There's no good.
Still doesn't include
There's
a
always a
kiss.
fight. There's no kiss. Yeah, it's like
If a party included a kiss, if there was like a whore there.
Oh yeah.
I think I'm gonna get
If the parties had if a party just had a designated whore,
Yeah. Oh, it'd be so much better. Cheah.
what a whore! She's hecking everybody on the lips.
I will be the whore. I get my New Year's kiss. I'll make go
100
around the
of
whole
them.
party.
Like 500 of them.
Make up for a
Instead of a
lifetime.
platter, it's just my lips.
yeah, I like that.
New Year's kiss, anyone?
You raise like
Little
the
booth.
tray, and it's just you still behind it.
Please.
New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve. Gonna move on, but Big T.
I guess New Year's Eve.
You guessed New Year's Eve. Kate, I'm assuming New Year's Eve as well.
Yeah, New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve into the finals. Unbelievable.
This year for New Year's, my friend, he's having 100 of my closest friends and I, and we all have to wear black
100
tie.
friends?
Yeah. It is New York.
None of those people can be your friends if you're of 100 friends.
100 friends?
Well, so it's like his closest friends plus like they get to invite 5 people, and it's like
Okay.
100
So
closest
it's-
friends and I.
So it's like 5 of his closest friends.
Yeah, plus
Where
and
is-
then like an
okay.
extension.
Okay.
Is that like a bar or like an
That's at his
apartment?
bar.
Oh.
I actually
I'm
kind
gonna
of like
shut
that.
it down for the night.
Kind of like
I
that because
think
there's
this might
some
be a
link
good
of
one.
accountability
Yeah,
for everyone.
actually
Yeah, like
don't.
everyone kind of knows everyone, and
I
then
don't hate
Yeah.
that.
I might go to the movies.
That doesn't sound bad.
Yeah.
Movie guy here.
it's there.
Okay, so New Year's. Moving
A
on.
bunch of crunch.
Kate, you go first. The lines in the crowds versus working retail.
Oh man, I'm probably gonna have to go working retail. Have you seen like the what's that store? Old Navy here.
Yeah, Herald Square
It's
one.
like a bomb went off inside it around the hall. It's like insane. I can't.
Looks like a
imagine doing
Burlington coat factory.
it. People just
A-
don't
the
regard
cleanest
the
Burlington
workers.
coat
World's
factory.
cleanest Burlington coat factory.
People have like no regard for the people working retail at the hall. It's insane. I think it would break my spirit of humanity. Yeah, that's one.
That is always a very fun treat. Is if you go to like any local Burlington coat factory's Facebook, and just go through the post. It's just people complaining about how dirty it is.
Burlington is the
Or
worst.
Find some
Filthy.
good shit at Burlington, though.
It is just
Yeah.
filthy.
I stop at the one on 21st on my way home sometimes.
Best view in the city out the Burlington Coat Factory
It really
dressing room
is.
window.
I've thought that before
Yeah.
too. I almost
It is
tweeted it once,
stunning.
but it's too niche.
No, it is stunning.
It is.
Damn, Grace, thanks. You guys got to check it out.
the
Where
workers.
is it? What
Your
cross-
family.
Is the Washington Square Park.
And here it is.
Factory.
Yeah,
The workers, because once you get through the line, you're done. They have more line.
yeah.
That's true. They work the literal
Great
lines
point.
all day. That's true. Damn.
Can't escape it.
Okay.
One is you choose to be there. The other one is you have to be there. So I'm going to go with you have to be there, which is working retail.
Working retail 3-0 right now. Nick.
Yeah, I'll go retail. I feel really bad for retail work.
Yeah.
Same. It's gonna move on, obviously, but Grace.
I don't know what it is. Every time something does fall on the ground, and again, I'm not trying to sound like a good person, but every time I do drop something or it falls off the hanger, I have to pick it up.
Yes.
You're so fucking
have to
good,
pick
dude.
it up
Yeah.
because no
Someone
one else
could
does.
tweet that picture out, and then boom.
It's not even that. It's just
That's
since
what
I was
it's
a
all about.
child. And yeah, no, retail sucks.
Retail sucks, Tommy.
Yeah, retail.
Retail's moving on. Tommy, rich kids getting the good gifts versus going to church.
I'll go going to church, I guess.
Going
I
to
never
church.
was like, I mean, I don't know. I would never like, I was always just satisfied with my Christmas gifts. It's not like I ever got anything crazy, but it was always like, this is fine. I didn't care what other people got. Going to church, it's the most boring hour. You can't even use your fucking phone, so I'll go with going to church.
Going to church, Grace.
Take me to church. I hate church. I really do.
That was you phrased.
I
those
know.
two,
I
was
know.
like,
Sorry.
huh.
I
You like
I didn't
church,
think that one out too good.
Nick?
Church is so boring, man, and I think it's by design.
Yeah. Why would they design it that way?
Because Catholicism's all about punishment.
That's true. I mean, guilt.
It's too much standing up. If church was
too.
more sitting down, I'd maybe be okay with
If the
it.
seats weren't just wood, like, can you imagine if there was
Yeah.
cushion on those seats?
Um,
Yeah,
like
that's where those
booths?
Protestants have a good thing going. I went to
Yeah.
They have
one
cushions?
once, and I was like, they got cushions here.
Hey, Big T, did you have cushions in your church pews?
Pews, the seats?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like on the butt, not
Yeah.
the.
Hell,
At least
Damn,
it
dude.
asked a wood.
ass to wood.
Always- all of them are
everything is
wood.
a punishment.
Absolutely not. No. But I also went to a Baptist church. I mean, you're in there for 3 hours. So
How long it is?
I might stay for longer if there
Sometimes,
was it was comfier. Maybe not
Do
3
you,
hours.
do you like going to church?
You
You
liked
feel
it.
like you have to say that?
As a kid, I didn't love it all the time. Like, I remember sometimes I would be like laying in bed and it'd get to like 9:15, and I was like, if they haven't come to get me yet, like we might not have to go.
Did you guys go to Vacation Bible School?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I did too.
Oh yeah. I would go to our Vacation Bible School, then I would go to Missouri to my grandparents' house and go to theirs.
Ooh.
Get
travel.
double
You were
dip.
pious as hell.
Yeah, they'd sometimes they'd have different themes. So like one would be pirate and the other would be
Yeah.
whatever.
It's 3-0 right now, but Jay?
Rich kids getting better gifts. That's the worst. Just finding out that you're poor.
Yep, because especially with that first day back at school,
Yep.
when everyone shares what gifts they got, and it's just like, I hate it so much. I hated it so much. Big T?
Yeah, going to church is cool. So I guess rich kids.
Rich kids, Kate?
Yeah, rich kids.
Rich kids. Kentucky Goochman, you get to break the vote.
I can't decide if like getting a bad present didn't bother me as much as like getting someone else a worse present than they already received, if that makes sense. Like if my sister got my mom something better than I got her, that made me feel shitty. Does that make sense?
It does. So which one are you going to go with then?
I gotta go church. Dude, church fucking sucks.
Yeah,
Church
I
is
would
so
actually
bad.
say I would do a church as well. If I
Yeah,
had
dude,
to.
church so boring, especially at the holidays.
So, Kate, church versus retail to get into the finals.
Oh God, I feel like people in retail probably had a worse time than me having to swing the frankincense spinner at church as the altar server. I'm gonna go retail. It probably sucks
That's
worse.
craziest smell.
Don't like
Yeah,
It was like I couldn't tell if I liked it or if I didn't.
yeah, it was a mix.
Yeah, retail seems like it really sucks.
Yeah, it's gotta suck.
in general, and then throw
Yes.
in
Jay?
Christmas.
Yeah, work in retail for sure.
Retail 3-0.
Yeah, I never had to do it, but I think it would suck. What's that up against?
That was up against church.
Oh, church. P.U.
Good one. Grace?
I'm gonna go retail.
Retail going to move on.
Yeah, I mean, church is only an hour. Retail, you're working 8-hour shifts the whole season. So.
On your feet nonstop.
Yeah.
Ain't sitting. Even if it's on a wooden chair, it's better than having to stand that whole time. Tommy, you go first in our finals matchup. Working retail versus New Year's Eve.
I mean, we've shit a lot on New Year's Eve, but at least it could be fun in theory. Working retail, I haven't had to do it, but I would imagine it sucks, especially around the holidays. So I'll go with that.
Retail, Grace?
I was gonna die on the New Year's Eve path. I really wanted that one to go through, but up against retail,
It's tough. It's another one almost like the Lines one where like worst things bracket, it could be in the top 5.
How did the
Yeah.
Lions lose? What did that lose to?
Lines lost to working retail.
Mm.
There you go.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, there's always like a viral tweet about how miserable it is to work retail, and I feel for them. It sucks. I'm writing in church.
Writing in church.
Yeah.
Jay?
If you work retail, at least like the holiday season isn't a surprise. You know it's coming up, and you can somewhat plan for that. Shit, what was the one that was going against?
Retail versus New Year's Eve.
Yeah, New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve, I've always hated. Just everything more expensive, less convenient. Bars super crowded. There's so much pressure to do stuff. New Year's Eve.
I need to know the story of how badly you got ripped off on New Year's Eve. It must
Yeah.
have
Every year.
been miserable.
Just every year. $150 for an open bar. It's just like bottom shelf liquor. It's like $100 for a cab to go home.
You need that
So
high.
why are you
Bar is
doing
kind
that
of a
then?
Steal.
Yeah, I don't
Social
hate that.
pressure.
You don't really drink that much then, right?
What?
I was just saying $150 for open bars, kind of a steal.
This is like 2010.
That'd be like 350, 500
Okay.
now. Okay.
Big T.
New Year's Eve, alcoholics. I'm writing in alcoholics.
Kate.
Watch yourself.
What is it? Retail and New Year's
Read
Eve?
2 for retail versus New Year's Eve right now.
As much as I hate New Year's Eve, I love New Year's Day. I go to the Mummers Parade every year in
I
Philly.
love
Mummers Parade
sauerkraut.
rocks.
And
Yeah.
sauerkraut is a
love
real delight.
sauerkraut.
You're right, people do make.
And New Year's Day having.
That's a tradition. You have
It's a
sauerkraut on New
tradition.
Year's Day to get
Yeah.
it's good luck.
It's weird
I don't
shit.
think I knew that.
Where
It's
does
a
that?
thing.
I have like
some German bullshit.
My family's they have like a weird fish. I forget what it is.
Gefilte
Seven
fish?
fishes?
Oh, that's
You're Jewish.
No, that's Jewish. Cheah just. Maybe it is. I mean, I am the
Eating
most
salmon.
Jewish Christian of all time. I forget what it's called. Balut? No. That's
Beluga
lower in the
whale?
list.
Beluga
Like
whale.
caviar?
I'll ask my dad.
That's beluga.
Yeah.
I'm going retail.
Retail is the winner of episode 56 of the bracket. Worst thing is about the holidays. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to subscribe and all this fun stuff. Thank you so much to our guests, Big T, Kate, and Grace. We'll be back next week with the full crew. And also buy a shirt. We're going to design some new shirts. Me and Nick have been talking it up. We got some good ideas in the tank right now.
Should we send him out with a Christmas song?
So
What
what Chris-
I would rather die.
Which Christmas song?
Cancer at Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, it's a YouTube song, so we're absolutely going to put it in.
Kids are dying.
Cancer.
Yeah, go listen to One More Christmas Eve by Brandon Davis.
Thanks anyway to everyone who watched. Make sure, again, subscribe. We'll see you next week.